You give birth to a son, you think you're entitled to a little respect. Love, I'm not asking for, just a little respect. And my teeth.
Let me get this straight, Mrs. Zimmerman. You put your dentures in a glass by your bed.
No, the depression was hard. I don't deserve this. I deserve my teeth.
So what do you want to do?
Let's press.
Frank, Mrs. Zimmerman here would like to file a complaint, and I would like to pick up her son, the Tooth Fairy.
When are we on the air?
55 seconds.
Let's get as much footage as we can for playback, Artie.
Got a wide shot of the house. The whole roof's about to cave in.
Tom, what have you got?
Bedroom window. One of the firemen said that's where they found the guy. 45 seconds, Melanie.
Go back, Tom. Artie, get me a shot of the fireman.
35 seconds.
Quick, there's Commissioner Scally. Move to him. He's over to your left. Commissioner Scally, we just heard one man is dead inside the house. Can you confirm that for us?
I just saw the smoke like everyone else. Henry, can I do anything?
Tony, the house is gone. I mean, the whole place just went up. The neighbor said the place just exploded.
Wait a minute. I think that's his wife. Move in, Artie. Let's get a close-up.
Be all right if you hurt. Let me go! My husband's in there!
Doing what they can.
5 seconds, Melanie. 4, 3, 2.
This is Melanie Scott reporting live from the scene of a tragic fire at the home of Martin and Catherine Belzer. And the affluent neighborhood of Hidden Oaks.
There's Dad.
One man is confirmed dead, and it is not known if there were others in the home at the time of the
I guess he won't be home in time to help me with my science experiment.
Well,
I'll do it, okay? I don't know.
What?
Well, we're studying fruit flies mating.
Well, I am familiar with the concept, David. You've got a brother or sister growing right here.
That's true. Okay.
Thanks. Fire spreading to other homes. Preliminary reports indicate a gas leak as a probable cause of the fire. Now, Police Commissioner Scally arrived on the scene just moments ago, but he refused to comment. We will keep you updated throughout this broadcast of any new developments. This is Melanie Scott reporting live from Hidden Oaks.
Thank you, Melanie. Now, in other news tonight, a downtown store reported...
That man deserves to be drawn and quartered, tarred and feathered. I hate him.
Don't suppress your feelings. You'll get an ulcer.
Norman Wellgrove deserves to be shot.
Norman Wellgrove? Of Wellgrove Antiques? We buy, we sell, we rip you off. You didn't actually purchase anything from that shyster, did you?
I sold him my mother's wedding ring. I was way behind in my rent, and my mother refused to wear the ring. She said it gave her arthritis, so I figured, what the hey? Then 2 nights ago, my father came back in a dream. He thinks I don't love him anymore because I sold the ring.
Relax, Luce. We'll lend you the money. You can buy it back.
That's the problem. I can't. Wellgrove bought the ring for me for $150. He swore it was a rhinestone. Now, when I want to buy it back, it's a diamond.
Oh, man, my dad bought a set of golf clubs from Norman Wellgrove. Supposed to be used by Arnold Palmer. They weren't. He bought it for $400. Wellgrove only gave him $200 when he bought it back a day later.
Remember Jessica Nussbaum? She sold her husband's favorite rocking chair to Wellgrove when they had a fight. A Steinman original.
No.
Yeah. He convinced her it was a fake and took it for a measly $50. Almost caused a divorce.
You mean to tell me all of these people have been conned by the same guy?
Sounds like it, boss.
I called the Better Business Bureau. They said there wasn't anything they could do.
Well, now it's at the Much Better Business Bureau. Let's see what we can do.
According to this map of the Belzer home, the fire had 2 points of origin. The gas stove and the bedroom waste paper basket. No fire in between. Burn patterns on the rug indicate accelerant.
Not usually used for cleaning carpets, is it?
Got the autopsy. You're gonna want to see this.
Detective Patangeli, meet Chief Bailey.
How you doing, Chief? Detective?
Dental records identify the body as Martin Belzer. Now, he was pretty much toast, but the medical examiner determined there was no smoke in his nostrils, no carbon monoxide in his blood.
He was dead before the fire ever started.
Yeah, so I figure he had a heart attack and keeled over with a cigarette in his hand.
According to Henry, this fire was set. I never heard of arson to cover up a heart attack.
The ME said the body was burned too badly to determine the exact cause and time of death.
That's our job. Let's start a check of Martin Belzer's business associates. Let's get his bank records, insurance, the whole deal. Henry, I'll talk to you later.
Where are you going?
To see Mrs. Belzer. She's a widow, but not for the reason she thinks.
I should never have let it happen.
You weren't there.
Martin wasn't supposed to be there either. He was supposed to be with me. I was giving a lecture at the medical school. It was very important to me. Can you believe that? Yesterday, a speech was very important to me.
Mrs. Belzer.
Damn it, why didn't he come? Why did he have to stay home and work? To hell with going over the books with Sam.
Sam? The guy that was with you at the fire?
Yes.
What was Sam's last name?
Cole. He and my husband are partners. They work together all the time. Why did they have to work last night? Why wasn't he with me?
Did Sam and your husband get along?
Yes, very well. Why are you asking me that?
We have reason to believe your husband was murdered.
I knew it. I was afraid something like this would happen. I told him not to borrow that money.
Your husband had been borrowing money?
Yes, from a man named Benny Gorzo. Martin's business hasn't been doing too well, and well, he needed to pay the bills. Lately, Benny's been calling the house a lot. When Martin hangs up, he's very upset, frightened.
Benny Gorzo. You know where I can find him?
No.
What about Sam Cole? Any idea where he might be?
At home, I guess. 41 St. Christopher.
Thank you, Mrs. Belzer. And again, I'm sorry I had to bring you this news.
You should have told me.
Told you what?
That was Commissioner Scally. Told me Martin was murdered.
That's crazy. Why would anyone kill Martin?
You knew him as well as I did.
Oh, my God.
Did you do it for me, Sam?
What?
Or did you just do it for the money?
Catherine, I didn't kill him.
I didn't know you loved me that much.
Of course I love you. Did Scally, did he say anything about me? Does he know I was with Martin last night? I could have been the last person to see him.
Don't worry. I thought fast. I told him Benny Gorzo did it. Martin owed him a lot of money, right?
Yeah. Right. But the insurance money. They'll think I had a motive.
Every insurance policy has a beneficiary. It doesn't prove anything.
Yeah. Sure. Benny Gorzo's just a two-bit hustler. No matter what he says, nobody's gonna believe him.
So there's nothing to connect you to the murder?
Not a thing.
Benny Corso.
Yeah, he's over there. Guy standing by the bar.
Thanks.
It's beautiful. You always there. Appreciate it. You and family.
Benny Corso?
Pistons in 2, Lakers in 4. What's your pleasure? Predictions. Those are predictions. I'm a psychotic. You care for a palm reading?
Tell me about Martin Belzer's future. Or more specifically, why he doesn't have one.
Oh, Belzer. Gee, you know, my secretary has a day off today, and I'm
Martin Belzer burnt to a crisp last night.
Oh, sorry to hear that. That's such an ugly way to die. You know?
I know you've been calling him, Corso, threatening him.
Yeah.
He owed you a lot of money, didn't he?
So what if you did? I was at the Dakota Cafe all last night. Besides, where I went to school, if a guy owes you money, that's a pretty good reason to keep him alive.
Bookies have been known to teach lessons. Kill one guy who owes you a lot of money, the others are sure to pay up.
You say he died a very painful death? It was a very big fire?
Yeah, it was a big fire.
Hmm? People gonna think I did it?
There are those that do.
Good.
Benny, they want you back.
Excuse me, officer. I have another appointment.
Hey, do your part. Recycle.
What are you doing here?
I was just going to ask you the same thing.
I was questioning Benny Corso. I told you to talk to Sam Cole.
Oh, I tried to. But the guy was taking off in his car, so I followed him. Look at this.
What?
Come on.
We ask why they're fighting, they gotta lie. Until we have probable cause, I don't want to ruffle their feathers. Get a surveillance team out. I want to know if either one of these guys makes a move to skip.
They're beauties, aren't they? Once belonged to Arnie Palmer. $750 with the bag. How about some jewelry for the wife? I have some very nice estate pieces.
Let's have a look. That's a really nice watch. My father had one just like that.
Your father was a wise man. That's a genuine Howard.
A Howard, really?
The Godiva of watches, the MGM brand of timepieces.
I hadn't really planned on buying a watch.
Well, the best decisions are made at impulse. It'll cost you $500.
But my watch works fine.
Today, this will tell time for your grandchildren.
I don't know. 500 is a little steep for a used watch.
Used? It's not used. It's an antique. A piece of history. A connection to your father. Want to put a price on that? $500. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it.
You got it. What time you want me there?
No rush. As soon as you can. Norman Wellgrove's not going anywhere. He's been getting away with this for years. He thinks the cops can't come after him because he's not really breaking any laws.
That doesn't stop a cop's wife.
Exactly. It's Wellgrove Antiques on Beach Street.
Okay.
Remember, toy with him. String him along. Make him think he's in charge, then spring the trap. Can you do it?
I didn't think I got you. Hi, Paulie.
Hey, kid. Let me know.
Okay.
What do you got?
Catherine Belzer and Sam Cole got a lot richer the night Martin Belzer died. 2 policies. 1 business, 1 personal. Total $8 million.
Martin took very good care of his loved ones. Maybe his loved ones took care of him.
For a lousy $8 million?
She fit very nicely in his arms the night of the fire.
You think they're doing it?
Wouldn't be the first time a love affair turned into conspiracy to murder. Sam was having a pretty heated fight with Benny this morning. Could be 3-way conspiracy.
But Benny's alibi was good. We checked the Dakota. 6 guys said they were drinking shots with him all night.
6 guys with reptile tattoos. Besides, Benny's no button man. He'd have hired someone else to do it. The arson was a cover-up for the murder, right?
Right.
So my guess is they were both committed by the same person. Catherine couldn't have started the fire because 250 people swear she was giving a lecture at the time. Doesn't mean she didn't conspire, but we know Sam was working with Martin at the house before the place went up. I think now's the time to ruffle Sam's feathers a little bit.
Yo, boss. Should meet Harvey Zimmerman. These were his mother's teeth. I'm booking him for larceny.
I didn't steal anything. Those teeth belonged to me. I paid for them. I spent over $1,000.
Really?
Yeah.
You spent over $1,000 on these?
I've got the bill to prove it.
Well, that's a different story. That's not larceny.
See?
That's grand larceny. Book him.
I'll be out on bail in 5 minutes. And I'm calling my lawyer.
Somebody give this guy a quarter. You sure I can't help you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Those golf clubs belong to Arnold Palmer. $1,000 with the
I'm not
bag.
interested in golf.
I have some very fine timepieces. Let me, What? What's the matter?
A client of mine was here a few weeks ago. He saw a pocket watch, an original E.C. Howard.
An E.C. Howard.
I didn't see it.
The only Howard I had.
Well, I was authorized to pay $3,000 for it.
$3,000?
Of course, if it's in mint condition, I could go to 4.
Mint. Better than mint. It's pre-mint.
5. That's my final offer.
5.
Yes.
Done. It's just, out for cleaning. It'll be back by 5 o'clock.
Fine. I'll see you then.
I hate those answering machines. Mr. Scally, it's Norman Wellgrove at the antique store, 555-1628. It's urgent. Please call me as soon as you get this message. You must come back to my store by 4 o'clock. Please.
Jace?
Hello, ma'am. We're police officers. We have a warrant to search these premises.
Mr. Noho.
I understand that. But this warrant allows us to come in here even though Mr. Cole's not at home.
Excuse us.
Sorry.
Hey, Tony, you're gonna want to see this. Could be he's a cross-dresser.
Well, if he is, he and Catherine Belzer share the same perfume.
Looks like you love
I'd
him.
like you to get out. Do you have something else to say? I was unfaithful. Do you want to arrest me, too?
No, Mrs. Belzer. I have nothing more to say. Stay with her.
Hello?
They're on to you. Hide.
Catherine, what do you mean? Catherine, Catherine!
Go! This is X-ray 3. Officers in pursuit of a black sedan. License number Romeo Whiskey Quick 334.
This is Detective Pantangeli. License number Romeo Whiskey Quick 334 belongs to a Sam Cole, a suspect wanted for murder. What is your exact location?
Corner of Elm and Hillhurst.
I'm on my way.
Romantics.
Tony Scally here, returning your call.
Ah, Mr. Scally, thank you for calling.
You said it was urgent.
I need to see you immediately.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty jammed up today. Please,
There's been a terrible mistake. That watch you bought, the Howard. Turns out that Mrs. Stevenson sold it to me while she and Mr. Stevenson were having a terrible fight. It's a family heirloom, and Mr. Stevenson is distraught. I must get it back. You do understand, don't you?
Oh, sure, Mr. Wellgrove. We can discuss it.
But I can't get it anywhere near your store for at least a few hours.
Please, if you knew how much the Stevenson business means to me. I have to see you by 4 o'clock.
Well, I'll try, but I can't make you any promises. Bye. Good job, Rach.
Tony, we got Sam Cole in custody.
Good.
Better. He had bank withdrawal slips adding up to $50,000 in his wallet.
$50,000 worth of withdrawal slips and no $50,000?
The bank slips were dated yesterday.
Sam Cole takes $50,000 out of his bank account, and that very same night Martin Bells is murdered?
Sounds like a hit to me.
Get Benny Gorzo in here. Let's see if he's suddenly $50,000 richer.
Hey, what about Sam?
He ain't going anywhere. Why did Sam Cole come to see you today?
Oh, I had an Uncle Sam once, but he died of pneumonia. And that was...
We saw you with him in the alley. We could testify to it in court.
Oh, Sam! Sam, forgive me, fellas. It takes me a few minutes. I got a lot of acquaintances, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't remember the name of every guy you bust, do you?
I would if he paid me $50,000.
$50,000? Jeez. Well, what'd you have to do for that?
Why don't you tell us, Benny?
Oh, guys, look, I'd like to talk. I really would. But listen, you gotta think of me kind of like a lawyer, you know? Or a psychiatrist. People gotta trust me. I'm out of business.
The state pen will put you out of business, too. I'm not talking 5 years for tax evasion. You're real close to a murder rap here. That's death row.
No, I didn't kill nobody.
Why did Sam Cole pay you $50,000?
Okay, you're right. Okay, Sam Cole did give me the money, but it had nothing to do with murder. It was legit. Well, not really legit. He owed me the money.
Sam owed you 50 grand?
His partner, Marty Belzer, did. Sam paid off Marty's debt.
Benny, what do we look like, Boy Scouts? Why would Sam pay off Marty's debt? Because he's such a nice guy?
Look, I'm a bookie, not a mind reader, okay? I didn't say that. Is this room bugged?
Mrs. Zimmerman's dentures are the only evidence we have of her son's abuse.
You told me a photograph would suffice.
I thought it would, but the defense is playing hardball. Can't she just buy another set?
The woman's got no money. She's living off of Jell-O and soup, for God's sake.
Which is why her son thinks she wants her teeth so much, she'll drop the charges to get them back.
This guy obviously doesn't know his mother. All she has is that house. She'll starve before she lets it go.
Good.
What good?
I want to prosecute the case.
The lady's hungry and her teeth can't leave the evidence room? What am I supposed to do about that? I told him to expect you every day at 8, 12, and 6.
Except on weekends, I have breakfast late. I like to sleep in.
I'll mention it to the property clerk.
Sit with me? Eat?
I'm trying to cut down.
Such a pleasure.
Why was Martin's blood on your tennis shoes?
I don't know.
Why did you run?
Because I was scared. Really scared, all right? Look, I know I stand to make a lot of money from Martin's death. I've got no alibi, and Catherine and I have been sneaking around for months.
Yeah? I'd convict you in a minute.
But I didn't do anything. Yes, I fell in love with my partner's wife. Catherine is exciting. You've seen her. I couldn't stop myself.
So I guess you couldn't stop yourself from killing her husband either.
No. My affair with Catherine never hurt anyone. Martin didn't care. He was too involved with the business to notice. I remember the first night she came to my house. I was surprised to see her. I didn't know Catherine felt anything for me, but there she was. She said that Martin was working late. But she was lonely. Hell, she stayed overnight. He didn't even know she was gone.
So you paid Benny Gorzo 50 grand to kill him.
That's not true. Martin asked me to pay Benny that money. He owed it to him, and he was afraid. He said he'd rather owe me the money than some hood. So I took the money out of my account, and I brought it to Benny. Hell, I was sleeping with the guy's wife. I figured I owed him that much.
So what were you doing with Benny Gorzo this morning? Martin was already dead. What were you fighting about in the alley?
I went to Benny to find out what the hell happened. I gave Benny Martin's money. Why did he have to kill him? All right. I wanted to hear it from Benny. I knew you guys would suspect me, and I wanted Benny to confess to the murder.
Well, did he?
No. He may look dumb, but he's not. He didn't say a thing.
Why didn't Martin bring Benny the money himself?
I told you, he didn't want to be in the same room with that lowlife. He was afraid.
Looks like he had reason to be. I don't know, Paulie. Why would Martin have insisted Sam bring Benny the money? He was paying him off, for God's sakes. You don't kill people who bring you 50 grand. You take them out for dinner.
So you think Sam's lying?
Well, if he is, why not go the distance? Why was he honest about Benny? He could have told us Benny confessed to him about the murder, but he didn't. He said Benny wouldn't say a thing. There's something missing. Look, we're police officers.
Officers. Not this again. You mean you haven't found that damn corpse yet?
Excuse me?
I told the last set of officers, bodies come in and out of here every day. I'm sorry Mrs. Boyle's husband got mismarked. I'm sorry it was lost. But I have hundreds of live people that I have to attend to, and I can't spare the personnel right now to go searching for a corpse.
You've misunderstood. We're trying to find Catherine Belzer. She works here?
Oh, Belzer. Pathology lab, down the hall.
Thank you.
Make a left, across from the morgue.
Thank you.
Whoa, 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 hold it, stop! Not neurology, urology. We're removing his prostate, not his brain.
Hey, Tony, you do me a favor, huh? I ever get shot, don't let me get sent here. The body at this hospital could end up anywhere. Come on.
Did you just tell me a dead body was lost from this hospital this week?
Misplaced. We'll find it.
What was its blood type?
I thought you said that you were going to...
Please, what was its blood type?
Don't you guys ever talk to each other? Mr. Boyle's blood type was O negative.
Was Mr. Boyle about 6 feet tall?
Yes, as a matter of fact, he was. How did you know that?
Will you please fax a copy of Mr. Boyle's records to the Eastbridge Forensic Lab?
Who's gonna pay for this?
Here, keep the change.
This is odd. We pulled Martin Belzer's body from the house. We know it's Martin Belzer because the records we obtained from his dentist match the dental configuration of the corpse.
But?
This is the long bone and spine test of the corpse missing from the hospital in New York.
Alvin Boyle.
But they match the corpse we positively ID'd through dental records as Martin Belzer.
No, that's impossible. Unless the dental records were switched.
Are you saying the guy that died in that fire wasn't Martin Belzer?
It couldn't be.
It was Alvin Boyle. So, Martin Belzer's alive.
Or at least he wasn't fried in that fire.
Somewhere on the face of this earth, he's waiting for Catherine to bring him an $8 million insurance payoff.
$4 million. Sam was the beneficiary on the business policy.
Not if we nailed him for murder. He'd be disqualified. His half of the money goes to the business, and Catherine gets it all through the will. Catherine had access to Boyle's corpse and dental records. Sam was the patsy. Martin had Sam give Benny Gorzo that money so it would look like a murder payoff. She probably set up the whole affair with Sam to make him look guilty.
And you wonder why I find it hard to trust women, huh? I keep telling you, Tony, they're not all like Rach. Let's go arrest Catherine. Come on.
What? And let Martin get off scot-free? Drinking pina coladas somewhere in the South Pacific? I don't think so.
No, wait a minute. Now, don't get greedy, Tony. The South Pacific's a little out of our jurisdiction. We know where Catherine is. If we wait too long, we'll lose them both.
We're not going to wait. We're going to call a meeting. Something in her major acquiescence policy always has bothered me.
Major acquiescence policy?
You read the insurance paperwork. You must have noticed it.
You know, yeah, it bothered me too.
I just made it up.
I knew that.
I mean, really, I did.
I hate this as much as you do, Mrs. Belzer.
Somehow I doubt that, Mr. Clemens. Just because your insurance company can't find my husband's
Major acquiescence policy. MAP.
All his insurance is non-existent.
Not non-existent, just temporarily deferred pending examination.
I'm calling my lawyer.
Mrs. Belzer, please. If you just listen to me, you might realize there's no reason to get this upset. Now, all of our agents tell our customers to keep the original policy in a safe place outside the home. Safe deposit box is what we consider most prudent. Now, there's no reason to believe your husband didn't act on that advice. Perhaps if you go to the bank, you might find this piece of paper with your husband's original signature on it.
What if it's not there?
Well, there are alternative methods of settling the estate.
Thank God.
But they can be rather time-consuming. In fact, the entire process can take as long as a year.
This is completely unreasonable. Martin did everything that was necessary to make sure this policy is valid. I know it.
Bring us the major acquiescence policy with your husband's original signature on it, and we'll know it too. I can cut a check for you by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Can I use your... Stan Clemens here. Commissioner Scally. Who's he? Oh. Yeah, well, yeah, I have that health and life dinner at 6 o'clock. I tell you what, tell him I'll call him back at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Thank you. Thanks.
If I bring you what you need, you can write me a check. This whole ordeal will be over tomorrow morning at 8.
That's all it would take.
This is X-ray 12. Suspect is exiting the building. I'll bet she's headed for the bank.
And she's going to be a very frustrated woman because she's not going to find any major acquiescence insurance policy there.
Well, let's just hope Martin Belzer has lots of frequent flyer miles. If they want that money, he's going to have to make a very quick trip back.
I'm on my way out, but I've got my beeper. The thing of it is, I really like this watch.
I'll give you an extra $100 for your trouble.
It keeps good time.
200. You paid 5, I'll give you 7. I'll even throw in this beautiful planter.
I don't know.
Well, there must be something else in the shop you'd like. Name it. Name it, and it's yours.
Take him in, Paulie. For arson, insurance fraud, conspiracy, and just being all-around despicable people.
This matzo ball soup is the best I've ever tasted. What's in it?
That's the Zimmerman family secret. I haven't made it in so long, I was afraid I'd forgotten some of the ingredients.
It's delicious.
I'm so glad you're here. The only thing worse than not eating is eating alone.
Your son doesn't know what he's missing. More wine?
Oh, no, I can't. It'll stain my dentures. Oh, to hell with my dentures. I'm having fun. Pour. You're a good boy, Tony.
Thank you.
What's your mother's name?
Mary.
To Mary. She did a good job. You give birth to a son, you think you're entitled to a little respect. Love, I'm not asking for just a little respect and my teeth.
Let me get this straight, Mrs. Zimmerman. You put your dentures in a glass by your bed.
No, the depression was hard. I don't deserve this. I deserve my teeth.
So what do you want to do?
Let's rest.
Frank, Mrs. Zimmerman here would like to file a complaint, and I would like to pick up her son, the Tooth Fairy.
When are we on the air?
55 seconds.
Let's get as much footage as we can for playback, Artie.
Got a wide shot of the house. The whole roof's about to cave in.
Tom, what have you got?
Bedroom window. One of the firemen said that's where they found the guy. 45 seconds, Melanie.
Go back, Tom. Artie, get me a shot of the fireman.
35 seconds.
Quick, here's Commissioner Scally. Move to him. He's over to your left. Commissioner Scally, we just heard one man is dead inside the house. Can you confirm that for us?
I just saw the smoke like everyone else. Henry, can I do anything?
Tony, the house is gone. I mean, the whole place just went up. The neighbor said the place just exploded.
Wait a minute. I think that's his wife. Move in, Artie. Let's get a close-up.
My husband's in there! Doing what they can. 5 seconds, Melanie. 4, 3, 2.
This is Melanie Scott reporting live from the scene of a tragic fire at the home of Martin and Catherine Belzer. And the affluent neighborhood of Hidden Oaks.
There's Dad.
One man is confirmed dead, and it is not known if there were others in the home at the time of the
I guess he won't be home in time to help me with my science experiment.
Well,
I'll do it, okay? I don't know. What? Well, we're studying fruit flies mating.
Well, I am familiar with the concept, David. You've got a brother or sister growing right here.
That's true. Okay. Thanks.
Fire spreading to other homes. Preliminary report to indicate a gas leak as a probable cause of the fire. Now, Police Commissioner Scally arrived on the scene just moments ago, but he refused to comment. We will keep you updated throughout this broadcast of any new developments. This is Melanie Scott reporting live from Hidden Oaks.
Thank you, Melanie. Now, another news tonight. A downtown store reported.
That man deserves to be drawn and quartered, tarred and feathered. I hate him.
Don't suppress your feelings. You'll get an ulcer.
Norman Wellgrove deserves to be shot.
Norman Wellgrove of Wellgrove Antiques? We buy, we sell, we rip you off. You didn't actually purchase anything from that shyster, did you?
I sold him my mother's wedding ring. I was way behind in my rent.